Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is, if I could get it, this thing is a little blurry. Hold on, guys. I need to clean the camera. There, a little better. Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 25th, 2025. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. I forgot to put the main event in there. Nope, he didn't win. There we go. No, I didn't. I guess I don't know how to spell. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw because we do got a match for a clash in Paris. It's going to be a match to replace the Women's World Championship match. Because we heard that Stephanie McCurry is not going to be will be wrestling at Clash. She is still the number one contender, but Adam Pearce says, "Give me a week. I already have an opponent handpicked for you to face. I guess it's for the Women's World Title." He said, "Give me a week. Give me next week. It will be in France. Give him next week, and he will tell Stephanie McCurry who she's facing and when this championship match is going to happen." So it's going to be for the Bank-Kate title. Stephanie wished that she was wrestling at Clash, but she understands the whole situation. So the match that they have to replace it, because there's no other women's matches that is on the card for Clash. They showed us, but I don't remember all the matches. Alright, so let's get to the matches here. I don't think there's other women's matches that's on here. I think the only match that was supposed to be on here was the Women's World Championship, but because of Naomi being pregnant, that match got canceled. So yeah, I believe that's the only women's match that was supposed to be on here, but it got changed because we had the back and forth between Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella, almost at Nikki Cross. Nikki Bella back and forth talking trash about each other, and Becky Lynch talking trash about the UK and saying she's the best wrestler because Israel. Some other people call her that she's the best. Nikki doesn't care about that. She cares about what the people say. And she says she's a cheater, she's cheap, and another C word. A lot of people thought it was a really bad word. Yeah, I think Becky thought it was too, but it was coward. And Becky got upset and she made it official that at Clash, because she doesn't want to wrestle at UK, at Birmingham, she wants to wrestle at Clash against Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And they tried to one-up each other, reversing each other's finishers, but Becky ran away. We had Roman Reigns to start up Monday Night Raw, and he talked about that a year ago, Cody Rhodes told Roman that you're not going to have a bloodline in a couple of years. And he was right. I guess it was a year ago. And he was right because Seth Rollins took that promo. Well, he didn't take all of it from him. He just took the wise man. But Jimmy and Jay, they betrayed Roman. They had wars against each other and all that stuff. And Roman was talking about, there's other things that they took from me. Not just the wise man, they took his shoes. So Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman came out. Paul Heyman was a little upset because he did his praise, and the fans kind of did it before he did it. So you want to try again. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he has something to say. Roman Reigns says, "You're going to kiss my butt when I kick his butt." and all that stuff. And then Roman says, how about you bring your butt down here and acknowledge me and give me my shoes back? But Bronson Reed says, you don't want me come down there, because he's going to beat him up. So Roman says, yeah, you don't have to come over here in the ring, because I'm going to come to you. So Roman got out of the ring, and then we had a brawl between Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. And they're destroying each other and all that stuff. They were squishing the poor security guards, jumping on them, doing springboards on them. Oh, man. Well, they weren't done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's having problems with the Judgment Day. Dragon Lee's having problems with the Judgment Day. And he was all by himself. He doesn't have the LWO with him. But we got Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough. Finn got himself ejected. He was about to hit Dragon Lee when the referee was distracted by JD. But the referee turned around and saw Finn Balor about to punch Dragon Lee. But the referee kicked him out. So Dominic tried to help, and then Dominic got attacked by AJ Styles. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Dragon Lee gets the win. Congrats for Dragon Lee getting the win. Ladies and gentlemen, I got it wrong of the speed title tournament for the women's. It's Raw or SmackDown. So it's what main roster, Raw or SmackDown, will be in this tournament. And those things is only 4 people that will be in this tournament. So maybe they could do the first 2 rounds on NXT that's happening tomorrow night. Because if it's only 4 people, that means they could do the first 2 rounds. Or they could do all. I don't think they're going to do the whole tournament in one night, but they could do the first 2 rounds on NXT tomorrow night, and next week they could do the semifinals and then the finals, and then whoever wins the number contender. So I guess this is going to be 3 weeks tops, and then we find out who the number contender is. I just want to know who the AAA that will be in there. We've seen a couple of AAA women that was in the Worlds Collide and on Triple Mania. I don't know if there's any more women that we don't know of, but I wonder which TNA knockouts. Will it be somebody new, or will it be somebody that we've seen before, like Heather or M? I don't think it would be Ash because she's already the world champion. I don't think it's going to be Masha because the speed title is a little downgrade. It was like Cruiserweight title when it was in NXT. It wasn't a big title. It was like the hardcore title in the WWE, and just like the European title. It's still a big opportunity. It's just it's not the biggest championship. You want to be a champion, but it's not the biggest championship. So maybe somebody like Tasha Steelz shows up on NXT. Alicia Edwards. The whole freaking system showed up except for Alicia Edwards. So that would be cool to see as well. Xia Brookside making her NXT return. We got Ash made her return. Ash, not but. Ash made her return a long 10 years ago. I remember her debut match on NXT TakeOver when she teamed up with Emma to versus Bayley and Charlotte. I was going to say Asuka, but no, it wasn't Asuka. That was Asuka's debut match. And now she goes to her latest NXT PLE. She wins a world title. I know I saw that on social media as well, but I remember watching that match between Dana Brooke and Emma versus Bayley and Charlotte. And now she's a world champion after 10 years in the WWE. Well, technically it's been like when did she debut in TNA? When did she got released? A year or 2 years ago? Something like that. It's been 2 years here, and she came back to WWE and she wins a world title. Not a 24/7 title, but she won a world title. That's big. Well, Dominic told AJ Styles because what happened with JD McDonough's match. He told Finn Balor, you know AJ Styles more. How about you handle AJ Styles? And Finlay says, me? Yeah, you. So Finn says, I will talk to Adam Pearce to get a match tonight against AJ Styles. He told JD that I don't need your help. I'm going to do this by myself. So that's later on tonight. So we got Kofi Kingston versus Penta for the first time ever. And Exhibit was in the neck brace because we heard that he hurt his neck against Penta. I don't know his story because if he was really injured, he wouldn't be there as a manager, being managed with Kofi Kingston. So I don't know that it's a real injury or it's part of the storyline. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match is Kofi Kingston with the help of Big G, Grayson Waller. Kofi Kingston beat Penta for the first time ever. And then we got Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Io Sky, this feels like a love triangle. This feels like Io is dating Asuka, and Asuka told Io, you have to stay away from the pretty woman or she gets really angry. And that pretty woman is Rhea Ripley, and Io told Rhea Ripley that we had to, I forgot what they did. Something with distance. So they had to go further apart each other because Rhea's getting in the business of Kabuki Warriors and Io, and Asuka's not happy. So Rhea says, I respect you. I will do that for you. And ladies and gentlemen, Rhea was about to leave, but Io's grabbed her arm and she says, thank you for respecting me and understanding. And she gave Rhea Ripley a hug. While this whole thing is happening, we got the Kabuki Warriors at the far away watching this, and Asuka was angry. It looks like Io is cheating on Asuka. It feels like it's one of those things. It's like a dating thing. Asuka is getting jealous. It's like a high school thing. The big jock is talking to, like, not the popular girl. But the popular girl that's dating the jock is getting jealous because the non-popular girl is getting more attention from her boyfriend. And then things bad happens. So we got Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. Roxanne is one of the future stars in the WWE. But the winner of that match was Rhea Ripley, getting the win, and then she got attacked because of the numbers game of Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. And then Io Sky came out to make the save. And after the save, Asuka confronted Io Sky. I don't know what they said because it was in Japanese. And Io is trying to explain and everything and all that stuff. Trying to explain, it definitely feels like a romantic thing. I don't know why I think that, but it sounds like it. It sounds like Asuka is jealous. And Kairi Sane is just one of those friends that is one part of the popular people, but doesn't know how to choose sides. What side is she going to choose? Would it be with the popular Asuka or Io Sky? Or the other person, the other partner? So, yeah, I didn't know a lot what they said. I know Io tried to explain, and Asuka stormed off because she's angry. And Io tried to explain it to Kairi Sane and tried to tell her to talk to Asuka, but Kairi Sane says, I don't know, and she walks up as well. And Io is upset. I could see that Io, I want to see a tag team between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and get a shot at the tag team titles like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair did. I would like to see it, but they're actually friends. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley is actually friends. Not like Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They're saying they're not friends. Ladies and gentlemen, next we got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. The winner of that match was AJ Styles. I thought it was a pretty decent match. AJ Styles gets the win. And Dominic is getting tired and told Adam Pearce, we need to do something about the AJ Styles problem. So Adam Pearce says, you're right. We need to stop this because it's getting out of hand. So he says, AJ Styles next week. AJ Styles. JD thought he's going to be banned from the arena. But Adam says, I got a better idea. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Uh-oh. And you see behind Dominic, Finn was kind of smiling. Because remember what Dominic told Finn? How about you handle it? And now Dominic is getting the same thing. But this time it's not Finn saying it. Adam Pearce is saying it. No Vikingo. No, Vikingo did not show up. Dominic is still having a little ally with El Grande. The Judgment Day doesn't know what he's planning with him. Still. I don't know what he's planning with him. But we will find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our main event was coming up. Braun Breaker was getting ready to have a match. He was walking towards the arena until Roman Reigns came out and attacks Braun Breaker and attacked Bronson Reed until he got kicked out of the building. And then LA Knight attacked Braun Breaker in the backstage and they start brawling until they got to the ring and finally made this match official. Made it start. I thought it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Braun Breaker because of the distraction of Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker gets the win, and then there was a numbers game. Jey Uso came out, tried to make the save, but the numbers game was too much for Jey and LA Knight. And then CM Punk came out, and then Jey, LA Knight, Jey and CM Punk got rid of, I think it was CM Punk, got rid of all of those guys. The Vision. And then you just saw CM Punk leaped over the body of LA Knight because he's down. He helped up Jey Uso only, and LA Knight got angry and he turned CM Punk around, says, you're going to help him and not help me. And then they start, okay, I'm getting tired of you, Fly. They start pushing each other and all that stuff, and they were shoving Jey. They accidentally hit Jey. And Jey super kicked LA Knight. CM Punk and Jey Uso was looking at each other, and Jey Uso super kicked CM Punk because Roman Reigns told him, gave him advice. It's not all about friends. It's all about the moments. And I guess Jey Uso took the advice. So there's no alliance now, and everybody is making it to Clash in Paris. Nobody's injured. Nobody can make it. It's happening, a fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk. I almost forgot who was in it. But it was going to be an interesting show. It's going to be at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Another afternoon. Another special time, start time. NXT is going to be on 8 o'clock. Thank God for that. Oh my goodness. Now I got nothing to watch at 8, and it's almost 8 o'clock, and I got nothing to watch at 8 o'clock. Because Raw just happened. There's no wrestling at all. I can watch Netflix. I'm starting on Fastlane now. I already finished Payback. I'm on Fastlane 2015. I think it was 2015 or 2014. Which one was the one with the Authority versus Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler in the 6-man tag team match? I think it was 2014 or 20. No, it was 2015. Because I remember WrestleMania 31. Yeah, that's what's happening. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. That's all me today. Tell us out. Bye.